I must be the goofiest person in the world. I was on my other channel going live, doing the same live, thinking I'm talking to you guys, and I wasn't. So here I am again, starting this live all over again. Hopefully I get some of y'all in here. I was wondering the whole time it was nobody that came in. I'm like, what's happening here? Because I know this is usually a prime time for people to get on and pop in and pop off. So anyway, I'm gonna wait a few minutes to see if some people come in. Title of this video is Gambling Problem. What does it mean to have a gambling problem? Let me see here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just go ahead and get started. No need to wait. If you guys want to rewatch this, I'm sure you'll go back and rewatch it, but I think I got to get this video out really fast because I work a job, you know. I want to get to the point where I can dedicate all of my time to doing this because this is what I am passionate about. So give you a little bit of information about me. I started gambling when I was 19 years old, and I gambled for 13 years straight, okay? And with the exception of 2 years, I forget. So I would say technically, no, 13 years. Yeah, 13 years. Excuse me, 13 years. Yes, 13 years of gambling. I have been clean from all forms of gambling for the last 4.5 years. Yay! In December of this year, it will make 5 years. 5 years being gambling free. I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful every day to just being able to not focus on that, not have that monkey on my back, wondering how I'm gonna scrape up, whatever. You know the drill. You know how what it is to be a gambler and live this life that we live, when we're gambling. It's a crazy type of life. It's a horrible life, actually. So I'm getting this article from Yale Medicine, okay? Yale is a leader in gambling treatment and recovery, okay? So we're going to jump right into this. This is an overview of gambling disorder. Excessive gambling can drain finances, ruin personal and professional relationships, harm the gambler's mental health. Gambling disorder affects about 1% of Americans who cannot stop despite the consequences, okay? And that is really the hallmark of gambling. That's what makes gambling disorder or gambling addiction or a gambling problem. The fact that you are causing yourself harm by taking this money and spending it on something that could be put towards something that you need. Most of the time, that's what people do when they have a gambling problem. Taking their money that they need for their bills. Maybe it's your mortgage, your car note, your rent. Instead of paying that bill, this gambling's got you by the neck and you're gambling your money away. Hello, how are you? We got somebody in here. So, when it's taking up time, you're occupying time that maybe you're supposed to be at work. A lot of people will leave their job early or even call in and go gamble. Hello, how are you, Black Goku? Hello, Kanda Pali. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You guys see the title? We're gonna break down what the gambling disorder is. Okay, so gambling covers more than just a trip to the casino or an illicit poker game. It includes lotteries, online poker, sports betting, and there's a debate over whether it also includes fantasy sports leagues. And I'm here to tell you it does include any type of sports fantasy. Anytime you're betting on sports, putting your money on a game, any type of sports game, that's betting. That includes horses. That includes dogs. That includes any type of sports. So Yale Medicine is a leader in gambling disorder treatment. Okay, they have 2 centers of excellence in gambling research in the nation, and that's financed by the National Center for Responsible Gaming, which is located at Yale. So that's pretty awesome. They take a multidisciplinary approach, including brain imaging, okay, and genetics to investigate the causes and treatments of gambling disorder. So if you're a person that has family, you know, your grandparents or your parents, or maybe even further, great grandparents that had issues with gambling, that could be the reason why you are predisposed to having a gambling addiction. So if you know that and you're a gambler, you might want to, you know, be very cautious about, you know, your gambling habits. You might want to decrease how often you're going to the casino or getting online. You know, you need to really watch that. It's kind of the same thing as somebody that has a predisposition to being an alcoholic. Maybe they have a bunch of alcoholics in their family, so they need to be very careful of, you know, their drinking habits. Okay, so what are the risk factors for gambling disorder? Okay, it says here, risk factors for gambling disorder include sex or gender. Okay, men are more likely to have a gambling problem than women, but the disparity seems to have narrowed in recent years. You want to know why? Because of the availability of gambling. You can log onto this thing and get on any gambling site, whatever type of gambling you want from your phone. It's right in your pocket now. So the playing field has leveled. There's not much of a difference in between the likelihood of a man having addiction versus a woman. It's a 50-50 toss-up. Okay? So it says here, men appear more drawn to strategic forms of gambling, such as card games, poker, blackjack, dice, while women tend to prefer such non-strategic forms, such as bingo or slot machines. Okay? Oh, what's up, SSR? SSR says they're broke because of it. Yeah. Yeah, and there's help for you out there, SSR. Have you reached out to the gambler helpline? I might see if I can pin that number in there. Okay, so let's get back to this. It says age. 2 to 7% of youths develop a gambling disorder, compared with about 1% of adults. So kids, teenagers, young people, college students are more likely to suffer from gambling addiction. You're curious. You have no idea what the effects are. I started when I was in my teens. I had no idea the ramifications and the consequences and how deep, you know, how deep that gambling could impact my life. You know, I'm so sorry to hear that, SSR. Do you want to talk about it? Do you have any questions? Hi, Mita. How are you? So it says another risk factor of gambling addiction is family. People who have a parent with a gambling problem are more likely to have problems too. Yale research is working to understand the connection between genetics and gambling disorders. That's really, really interesting. Wow. It's estimated that a gambling disorder's development is 50% due to genetic factors and 50% due to environmental factors. So if you have a family history of gambling, there's an extremely high possibility that you might develop it. Now, take a person going into the casino. They got a family history of gambling. There's a 50% chance that they might get hooked. And then just being in that environment, the odds drastically shoot up. Okay? So, just being in the environment all the time can possibly cause you to develop a disorder. Okay? So, what are the personality traits of people that tend to develop a gambling disorder? People who tend to be restless, people who tend to be easily bored, extremely hardworking, or very competitive. These people can be at a greater risk of developing a gambling disorder. So if you are a competitive person, you like to win, this is not the thing for you. Gambling is trouble, because once you get in there and you lose your money, you're going to be like, I I got to get my money back. They're not just going to take my money like that. That's when that competitive streak come online. And it is not fun. Trust me, you look up, you know, wiped out your whole bank account because you're trying to compete with a machine. Not going to happen. Okay, guys, so it says, what's the difference between enjoying gambling, just having some fun gambling, and a gambling disorder? Most adults who gamble do not have a gambling disorder, but those who do can face very serious problems. An afflicted gambler may deplete savings to finance their gambling, damage personal relationships, especially with a spouse or family. Let's talk about some of the reasons why your relationships might fail. Number one, you might ask them for money. You might always go to them when you need money, and it might be pretty often. And it gets to the point where they're like, you know what? I don't know what's going on, but you seem to never have any money. And a lot of times people will have a good paying job and just never have any money. And that could put a strain on the relationship, okay? Maybe you're in an actual marriage. Maybe you have a boyfriend. Maybe you have a girlfriend. You're not spending time with them. You prefer to gamble as opposed to spending time with them. Maybe you're not spending time with your children. Gambling has taken over your life, okay? And also, an afflicted gambler will have trouble at work, okay? Many people take gambling lightly, not realizing that it may be addictive and harmful in many of the same ways that drugs are. A lot of people do not take having a gambling problem or an addiction serious. A lot of people don't even think it's possible to be addicted to gambling. I see a lot of comments where people are like, I'm just addicted to winning. I'm not addicted to gambling. Other people will say, how can you be addicted to losing money? Well, see, here's the thing. You're not addicted to losing money. You're not addicted to winning. You're truly, deep down at the core level, you're addicted to the euphoric feeling that you get from gambling. There's something that's going on psychologically within your brain that's keeping you doing this thing. And it just so happens that you win. But it gets to a point where you're so deep into the euphoria of gambling and how it's working on you psychologically, you don't care whether you are winning or losing while you're playing. Once you have that shot of dopamine from winning, that big win off of a few dollars, you start chasing it. That's it. You're chasing that feeling over and over again because it feels so good. And a lot of times, it doesn't matter if you're winning or losing. That feeling is going to keep you playing. And a lot of times, they say the research that they've done, you get more of a rush from a near miss than actually winning. So you know how when you play a slot machine and you'll have like two symbols that look like you're about to win, and then the third symbol is like down a little bit, and it's like, dang, I almost had it. That I almost had it moment, that moment right there is more euphoric and more of a rush than just winning flat out. And that's what keeps you going. That's what makes you competitive. That's how people that tend to be very competitive, it keeps them gambling because it's like, man, I almost had it. So the possibility, SSR says, haha, slot gambler always trying to chase their money back. Yes, always chasing your money back. You're like, man, this jackpot's coming. This machine's heating up. I know it's heating up. It's the craziest thing. And next thing you know, you're going and getting more and more money out the ATM, Or this is what's worse. Let's say you put $20. Let's say you put $100 in. You win back that $100. You might win back $120 more. And you're like, I need more money. So you got your money back plus a little bit more. And you're like, no, I need more money. I need to win. You need to feel like you really made some money. And next thing you know, you lose all that. And now you got to go to the ATM. So, yeah, it's just bad, guys. So how is a gambling disorder diagnosed? People who over a 12-month period, meet 4 of these 9 criteria devised by the American Psychiatric Association are considered to have a gambling disorder. So, number 1, You need to gamble with increasing amounts of money in order to achieve the desired excitement or the desired effect. Like I was just saying, you might break even and you're not satisfied. You come in, you lose $100, you win it right back. You're like, okay. And then you might win $50 on top of that. You're like, that's not enough. I need more money. Okay. Are restless or irritable when attempting to cut down or stop gambling. Let's say you went gambling with somebody and they're like, all right, let's go. It's time to go. You like, no, no. I'm not ready to go. You leave, I'm staying. I need to play. I need to win some money. Okay. I need to get my money's worth. Okay. So, have made repeated unsuccessful efforts to control, cut back, or stop gambling. You've tried to stop gambling, but you really can't. You might stop for a week and you're like, you might find yourself on your phone again in the casino and you just say, I need to stop. You know you need to stop. Your money's decreasing and you just keep going back. You definitely need to get some help. Okay? So, another sign of gambling disorder is, are you often preoccupied with gambling, having persistent thoughts of reliving past gambling experience? Remembering that big win that you had last year when you won the $10,000 or whatever, handicapping or planning the next venture, thinking of ways to get money with which to gamble. Whew. Often gamble when feeling distressed, helpless, guilty, anxious, or depressed. That's how I got hooked into this thing. I was having some issues with my roommate. I didn't want to be at home. I was sad. I was depressed. I was like, I need somewhere where I could just chill and hang out. Where did I go? I went to the casino. Okay, cool. Got a drink going, playing the slots, won a few dollars. I'm like, this is cool. Put $5 in, win $20, $30. It was fun, I'm like, oh, this is easy. I feel like I can make some money. This is really, really cool. And I call myself getting away from everyday life. And next thing I know, I get hooked into this thing. I would have been better off booking an appointment with a therapist instead of sitting at a slot machine. That is not the remedy for depression. It's not the remedy for a bad day. It's not the remedy for a fight with your husband or wife or girlfriend. It's just the wrong place to go to escape, because you're going to escape into a pit. You're going to escape to a nasty pit that you might not be able to get out of. Okay? So, lying to conceal to the extent of your involvement with gambling. Are you lying to people about, how often you're gambling, or where you're at? Let's see. SSR says true. Just let it go. Forget your money. Forget your money you throw there. Yep. Gotta just leave it. You just gotta, and the thing about it is, going cold turkey is not the easiest thing to do. It's really not. You have to have something that can replace that. Maybe a hobby that you enjoy. What will make it better is if that hobby is something that you can make money off of, Like, I like going to thrift stores and buying up different items and posting them on eBay to sell, Okay, so it says here, if you've jeopardized or lost a significant relationship, job, or educational or career opportunity because of gambling. Yeah. A lot of times I know of a person who basically they borrowed some money on their car. They took out a title loan against their car to go repay some money to go play blackjack so they can win back the money that they lost. They end up losing that money. So now they don't have money to pay back this loan, this title loan on their car. So their car was basically put up for collateral. They lost that money. Then they couldn't get back and forth to work because they didn't have a car. Guess what? They lost their job. Now they're messed up. Now what happens after that? You lose your home. You can't pay your rent. All because he needed more money to gamble. Started with that loan and it just dwindled into being out of control. Okay? He definitely had a gambling problem. Relying on others to provide money to relieve desperate financial situations because of gambling. borrowing money from somebody because you spent the money that you were supposed to have to pay your rent. Now you got to go ask everybody, can you loan me such and such? I don't have any money to pay my rent. And you know deep down in your heart it's because you gamble. Okay? Or it could be your car note or whatever it is that you need to take care of. Now you got to borrow money from somebody. You got a gambling problem. Got to get help. You got to join Gamblers Anonymous. You have to take the first step. Doesn't matter where you're at in this situation. When you take the first step and you start attending those meetings, you're going to connect with people. They're going to give you resources. They're going to say, hey, there's this local food bank where you can get money. Hey, there's this financial solutions company that will help to organize you so you can get back on track with paying your bills. There's help and there's resources out there, but you got to take the first step. And if people in your family or around you see that you're taking the first step to say, look, I know I have a problem and I want to address it, I want to fix it, they will support you more than you just sitting back and trying to borrow money from them. And a lot of times people, if they see that you're really making the initiative to take the steps to get rid of this and to heal yourself, they will support you, and they will even support you financially. So, but you have to be serious about changing your life. It's so important that you really just take the time and just look at how it's destroyed your life. Look at the negative effects that it's had on your life. And you say, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm walking away with this. That's when you call the Gamblers Hotline. That's when you get started in going into the Gamblers Anonymous meetings. Okay? So, it says here, what are the treatment options for gambling disorder? There are 3 main forms of intervention. Psychotherapy, okay, is number 1. And this is individual and group approaches, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, which helps to identify and modify damaging thinking and behavior. What is damaging thinking and behavior? Damaging thinking and behavior is thinking that the more if you gamble, if you're gonna get that big win, if you just keep putting money in this machine, that machine is gonna finally pop and you're gonna win the jackpot. All you gotta do is go borrow some money from Sally, and then you're gonna put it in a machine and you're gonna win your money. That's damaging thinking. Or maybe I should play another game. Maybe I should go play blackjack. Maybe I should try a different form of gambling. Maybe that's why I'm losing. No, the same risk is present in any form of gambling. The possibility of losing is like 1,000 times, maybe even more times likely. So thinking that you're going to finally get that big win and it's going to solve your problems, all your financial problems, is damaging behavior. You know why? Because when you finally lose and you don't get that big win, now you're stuck with a bigger problem than what you started. What used to happen to me was I would not have enough money for something, and I'm like, oh, let me go gamble. Let me go see if I can take this little money and double it or triple it. Let me take $300 and see if I can make $150 off of that, right? Go in there, got my $300. I'm playing. It's up and down, up and down. Next thing you know, the whole $300 is gone. So now I got to get back $300 plus the money that I needed, that I was trying to make. You can't make money off of gambling. Don't ever look at gambling like it's a way to make money. It is not a way to make money. It's not a way to make extra cash, supplement your income. No, you need a side hustle for that, guys. Okay? And I know I might be pinching some nerves right now. I might be stepping on some toes, but I got to tell the truth. This is not a way to make extra money. It's just not. Okay? So, another form of treatment is medications. There are multiple potential pharmaceutical approaches to treatment. Although no medication has an FDA indication for gambling disorder, meaning there is no actual drug that you can take that can help you with your gambling addiction that has been proven to do that, there are medications that can help alleviate the mental effects, the anxiety, the stress that causes, that results as a result of gambling. So certain opiate antagonists, which may reduce the cravings for alcohol, have been found randomized clinical trials to be a superior placebo in the treatment of gambling disorder. So certain opiates can help with gambling disorder, okay? The antidepressant, I'm going to slaughter this word, guys. Escitalopram. I'm going to put this in the chat because I can't pronounce this word. Let me see. Can I put it in the chat? Okay, they won't let me put it in the chat. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna make a separate video about these different medications, guys. So what I'll do is I'll make a separate video about the different treatments for gambling, possible treatments. That's what I'll do. So it says here, so this particular antidepressant may help decrease the anxiety that's associated with gambling addiction and problem gambling severity in people with co-occurring anxiety and depression. So, however, most medication trials have been relatively short-term and have involved small sample sizes. So, taking medication for gambling addiction is not like extremely reliable. Another form of treatment is support groups. That's probably going to be the most important type of treatment. Having support, having somebody that you can lean on, having somebody that you can talk to, okay? Doing this alone is not, I don't advise anybody to try to do this alone on your own. You need support. Like I did it alone, but I had people around me that had the same issue, and so I could talk about it with them. We share war wounds and share stories and stuff like that. So it wasn't like I was doing it completely on my own, but I'm one of those people that just got, I don't know how I was able to stop this on my own. I just started preoccupying myself with a side hustle, and I just worked my side hustle so much that I didn't have time to go gamble because oh my God, it's a bee in here, guys. Ah! Oh my God. Get out. Sorry guys, he got out. That was crazy. Oh my God, he's coming back in. Oh my God. Okay, sorry y'all. That was so crazy. I done lost some people. Sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. That was so crazy. So random. Anyway. What makes Yale Medicine's gambling disorder research unique? Yale Center for Excellence in Gambling Research, they specialize in genetic research on the brain. And let's see here, guys. Okay, so
treatment hubs. Again,
everything's falling apart right now, guys. It says, yes, I agree. Need help from people for it. What the F is that? Wait, what did you say? Oh, you talking about when I had the bee in here and I was jumping around? Oh my God. So guys, that's pretty much it for this particular article. Do you guys have any questions? Anything you want to say about whether or not, so you realize you have a gambling disorder, right? So now you need to take the first step. Are you in the United States? Any questions, guys? Because that was pretty much the end of the article. I'll take any questions if you have any about, whether or not, what's the next step. Okay. Oh, you're not in the United States. Wow. What country what country are you in? Was this helpful for you? Oh, you're from Asia. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna soon be holding, I'm gonna do a Patreon. I'm gonna be putting up videos, and maybe I also have a Facebook group. If you look at the link in on some of my videos, you can join my Facebook group. I'm trying to build up a Facebook group so I can go live in there. I also have an Instagram. Stay connected with me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. So I'm going to be able to help you the best way I can. But if there's any, I can look up some information. I don't know what country or city you are in Asia, but I'm sure that they have, I'm sure they have some sort of facilities. If not, I can kind of hold your hand and kind of guide you through this, Even if you want to get on live every day just for me to be like, resist the urge, don't gamble, I will do that. You want to get on live, we can get on live together and we can just talk. If you want to join my live, can you join it now? I don't even think you can join it. Let me see. Yeah, you can message me on Instagram if you want to get on live together and we can just talk. Anything to keep you from getting sucked in, because that's all it is. Going to suck you in and eventually you just lose everything. So I'm basically here to support you. I'm here to encourage you because it's not easy. And it's best when you have somebody that you can talk to that can understand. Like, a lot of people don't understand how this thing can just have your mind. Oh, you stopped for 3 months? Oh, you went back to the grave this week. Oh, you bored. Man, if you bored, hit me up. Hit me up. Send me a comment. Did you go on my Instagram? DM me on my Instagram, man. Anytime you feel the urge to gamble, message me, please. Maybe I should give out my phone number. I should give out my Google number. So I want y'all to be able to just call me like, look, please, I need help. I feel like I want to gamble. I got $1,000 in my pocket. Please talk to me. Talk some sense into me. I want to be that person. Everybody needs an accountability partner, man. You need somebody to help you, to shake you out, shake the senseless inside of you. So yeah, hit me up. Reach out to me on Instagram. You can send me your I can send you my number and we can talk through this. And if you need somebody to talk some sense into you, I'm that person, because I know what it's like. It's not cool. It's just crazy. It's so crazy. Most people don't understand it. I know how crazy this thing can really truly just like take over. And you got to get some good hobbies, man. You got to find something that you can give your time to aside from gambling. Like, that's the main thing. You got to get some hobbies. And it'll be great if your hobbies can be something that can help you make some money too. So that way you're not only doing something that you love, you're also making money off of it. And that's how I stopped. I had other ways, other things that I was doing. Like, I started selling stuff on Amazon. I started selling stuff on eBay. Maybe we can hop on a live on Instagram or something like that. I can show you how to sell stuff on eBay or Amazon. I can show you how to drop ship. That way you're not worried about gambling, So I want to be that coach. I want to be that accountability partner, that person that can just push you. Like, you can do this. You can take back control of your life. Trust me, if I'm living proof that it can happen. And I was at rock bottom, like bottom of the barrel type gambling, just like pathetic, scum of the earth type degenerate gambler. That's what I was. And it was just horrible. When I was in the middle of it, I never saw myself outside of the situation. It's like I couldn't even imagine that I would be here. Fast forward 5 years into the future, and I will be sitting here on YouTube talking to people about how I overcame it. But you have to believe, and you have to want it so bad. You have to pull from a higher power. I don't know what you believe in, whether it's God, whether it's Buddha, whether it's, Allah, whoever. You have to pull on something higher and greater than you. And just promise and just you have to have spiritual support. You have to have a spiritual life that you can hold on to, that can carry you through this thing and that can motivate you, inspire you. That helped me too. I would pray, I would talk to God. Whatever religion, whatever spirituality you believe in, whatever it may be. It could be whatever it is that you decide or whatever it is that you grew up with. Use that thing that gives you strength to get you through this. I don't use Instagram. You have Telegram? Uh-oh, God is my enemy now. Oh, oh my goodness. Okay, well, choose somebody else that's not your enemy. Oh my God. Who's not? Okay, so I have Telegram. I do have Telegram. Oh my goodness. Whew. I'm so sorry that God is the enemy. Oh my goodness. Well, who's your friend? Who's on your side spiritually? Somebody's got to be on your side. You know, whoever's on your side, you know, that's, you gotta, I'm not here to, you know, try to tell you anything to believe in. That's not what I'm here for. I'm just saying, like, if you feel like spending time in nature can help you and give you strength, you know, give you the strength that you need, you know, it could be anything, you know, it could be music. Certain music may, you know, elevate you to a higher plane and motivate you and make you feel good. Maybe your favorite artist, you know, you can gain strength from listening to your favorite artist sing, you know, or maybe like a celebrity, somebody that inspires you. You need something that you can pull strength from. That's really what I'm getting at. And it doesn't have to be God. Although, you know, I recommend it. It doesn't have to be. It could be anything. It could be you playing with your dog, playing with your favorite animals, you know, sitting by the water, sitting by the ocean, getting some strength and some, you know, renewed energy and restored energy, you know. So yeah, Telegram. Let me see. I don't even know if it's on his phone. I have Telegram on his phone. I don't have it on this phone. I got Telegram on this phone. But what I'll do is I'll start putting my email in the description. I'll put my email in the description and then you can send me an email. How about that? All right. So SSR, I'm going to have to get off here. It was wonderful talking to you guys. I will see you next time. I might go live tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Peace.